What's up, everybody? Terrace Hardin, T-Roy the Country Boy. What's up? Hey, Terrace is gone for a while. Politics is over. It's time to get back into some real stuff. And tonight, I have the pleasure of having two of my dear friends, two of the people I've known for a very long time. I had the pleasure of watching them grow up. We've all grew up together. And I'm going to bring them on. I've got the CEO and the COO of BreadBoy, mighty BreadBoy. I see Calvin's on let's stream. There's Calvin. I see Calvin. Texx just popped in. I just haven't seen his I don't see his camera yet, so I'm gonna wait till I see his camera to pop him back on. How's it going, man?
Okay.
How you doing today?
I'm doing well, man. Can't complain. Can't complain at all.
There we go. Texx is in the building. Yeah, happy birthday to you. If everybody I want to give Calvin a happy birthday shout out too. And you can leave comments in the side over here, and then I can be able to pull them up and we can ask questions about BreadBoy and about the work, what's going on. If anybody's wants to leave some questions. Yo, man, we'll just get back into it. We'll get into it. We got about an hour to go. I'm still trying to get Texx on here. Can't get his camera's not coming out. We got about an hour, so I'm just gonna kind of pick your brain on things. Just Texx. There we go.
There we go. What to do with him?
Sir, yeah. On here with BreadBoy, the mighty BreadBoy Entertainment, CEO and COO, Calvin and Damien and Texx. Hey, man, I'm proud of you guys, man. I'm super proud of y'all for the tenacity and not giving up. And like I was telling Calvin a little bit earlier, this process, it's going to be for you guys. I want you guys to talk to everybody that you want to talk to. I'm going to go back and I'll edit it down so where you guys can use it for promo later on. But tell me about the motive to the process of what's going on with it, and then we'll get into the Avengers later on. But tell me about the motive too. What's going on with that?
Texx, you want to lead off with that?
Basically just wanted to create a vibe, different from the last one, I don't know if you heard the first one, but I just wanted to create a bigger vibe, something that didn't sound local, you know what I'm saying? And I want to add more ingredients to it. Ingredients meaning artists, you know what I'm saying? Not just the original BreadBoy guys. I wanted to reach out and, kind of expand the sound a little bit, and that's what we did. You know what I'm saying?
It definitely doesn't sound like it's local. I mean, but Kentucky music is taking we're like in the forefront now with Jack Harlow and the mainstream right there. And much respect to Jack Harlow. Everything he puts out has been fire. And plus, us from being from Hardin County and being in Kentucky is a very special place. We know when somebody who is like, guys, we can say whatever we want to. I'm comfortable saying whatever we want to on here. Let's be ourselves and let's talk like grown men. It's very rare to see a white boy spitting like Jack Harlow and he ain't no punk bitch. For real.
Yeah. right.
I mean, I seen him playing a 3-on-3 basketball tournament the other day.
Right,
and then you saw him swell up and I was like, oh yeah. We've all seen that growing up in Hardin County, when the white dudes are just as tough as the black dudes in Hardin County. So fat shouts out to Jack Harlow. But what you guys are doing is just whenever he's like in the forefront, he's like the forefront of what's going on. You guys are coming in the background and just solidifying, like I said, the exclamation point on Kentucky hip hop. You guys just done that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you. Like as far as like Jack Harlow, you got Jack Harlow, you got Bryson Tiller, you know what I'm saying? You got a couple other cats,
Mars.
Mars. It's a lot of talent here in Kentucky. And the thing a lot of people tell me, like, y'all don't have a sound. Y'all don't, because we're kind of like we're in Kentucky, so we kind of, reach from all these different places to get our sound. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about BreadBoy. Like, I wanted us to have our own sound. No one sounds like us. No one does what we do musically. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we kind of stick out. And that's how I feel like, we're going to go far because we don't sound like nobody else. You feel me? So, and being from Kentucky, being from Kentucky, because now, just like you said, we got the Jack Harlows, the Brysons, the Marses, and all these other people that's coming out here, hopefully they starting to look and come down here and start, okay, let's see what else is going on down there. You know what I'm saying? Not just in Louisville, Kentucky, or Lexington. You know, Radcliffe, Bardstown, Paducah, Bowling Green, Owensboro. You know, Elizabethtown. You know, it's a lot of dope. Hey, man. I could put Hardin County up against a lot of stuff in Kentucky, and we will come out on top.
I believe you, and I'll be right there, the biggest cheerleader. I'll be the biggest. I had the biggest billboard talking the most shit because I loved it. Like in the beginning of your video, when you said you about to start talking your shit, I was like, yes, finally, finally, we're taking hip hop back to the code of communication to where everybody's got into trying to be too cool. In the video that you guys did, I'm gonna play the video for everybody, and we can watch it together, and we can all kind of get a reaction together, and then I'm gonna stop it and just show some different things about how I felt about the video. Dope. It's a dope production. I have my favorite parts. I have my parts. All of it's dope. I've got my favorite parts and least favorite parts, but we'll go through it and we'll talk about it, man.
All right, cool.
Let's go. Mighty motherfucking
I like that.
Motive.
Right there, I like that. We got the girls. Yeah.
I go by the name of Texx. You know when I talk my shit, something crazy about to happen. But this right here, I done assembled the hottest of the hottest out of the state of Kentucky. BreadBoy, this is the motherfucking motorfuck, nigga. Let's go. I got too much to prove. They know who I am, nigga, you know. But I got too much to lose. Keep that shit 100 grand. I got a daughter to feed. No, I don't think you understand. Love you, baby. This ain't no year of the youngin'. It's a grown ass man. Say you rap too. Hey, niggas talking like they kin to me. Thinking loud about who they finna be. Underestimate my energy. Power up like Dragon Ball Z. Got a problem, you could call me. I don't hide behind the fucking soul. Treat you niggas like an obstacle. Never let them keep me from my goal. Everything you ever thought about doing, I did that. I've been living under my roof, and I'ma need that fucking rent back. Real nigga in the game now. You can hit the bitch, nigga, kick back. Double dribbling niggas be mumble rapping while I'm Euro stepping with the real rap.
Gotta stop right there, man. I gotta stop right there just to pick your guys' brain just a little bit. All right, that's B. Lee. I gotta stop because I get excited when I hear the song because I like it so much. I mean, like I said, it's an exclamation point because I travel all over and I always represent Kentucky. I'm like, Kentucky hip hop music, you don't understand, man. We got some raw shit going on. And they're like, yeah. And then now I really got something to go ahead. I want to be well educated on when I'm talking my shit like y'all talk your shit. So that's B. Lee, right? That's B. Lee.
Correct.
He's the original BreadBoy member, correct or no? Or what's going on?
Right. Yeah, Baron. Yeah, he's the original one.
Yeah, he's original.
So BreadBoy consists of as the original members: Young Sweet, Cam Dollars, Chucky Chuck, and B. Lee. Is that correct, or I'm trying to make sure I got my research done?
Yeah, that's far as like original. Yeah.
It started with Cam and Sweet, so we're starting. It started with Cam Dollars and Young Sweet, and then Chuck came along, and then Baron came along.
Baron just he stepped up. I mean, that was he swung the bat on that for like coming out like the leadoff hitter on there, and he hit a solid triple. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like on a single, like if it was a single and it wasn't like a collaboration song, that was a dope verse. But I mean, he had to set the tone for everybody, and he couldn't shit on everybody, but he still had to go out there and and I like his swag in the video. Let me go back to this video because I want to like some of the things that I really like about this whole production. Like whenever his swag in this video. Like his swag in the video. Like the whole swag of the whole video I really, really like. But whenever he's rapping, it's like he's telling a story. He's like who I am. And then it makes me like talking to him, man. And it's like his rhyme schemes are on.
His first couple words, his first couple lines basically sums it up. if you listen to his first couple lines when he started rapping, that basically sums this whole everything up. I ain't got nothing to prove. You know who the fuck I am.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I put it on my mama, like, and that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody fucking with us, bro. I'm just gonna, bro, like.
I feel you, dog. I'm right with you, and I like how everybody was stepping in unison. That has a lot to do with like Hardin County. I'm gonna go back into this. Who's this guy?
Real nigga in the game now. You can hit the bench, nigga, kick back. Double dribbling niggas be mumble rapping while I'm Euro stepping with the real rap. Yeah, he did that. Now I ain't really trying to get your boom ass. She be coming too fast, trying to get a boot pass. Told her, hop off my dick with your nasty ass. Luskies a hoe went flew back. The flow made a whole lot of new cash. Chopping in my bag like Coop with the do-rag. Niggas trying to fight with the hate cause they too mad. Finna get a new flash when I put a blue rack. I'm both Jackson, brother, while I stack it. John pass it, I'ma catch it. Good money make a nigga do new things. Beat on your belt like Rick James. Make a shake like spare change. The book smart bank give good brain. Heard your hoe wanna swerve in my lane. I'm bird boxing, I've been blinded for days. I ain't see shit if I ain't getting paid. The too much candles had to kill a wave. I'm a hot boy, I'm hot as pecan.
Okay, this guy. Who was that guy right there? I don't know him. That's one person I need to know who that is.
That's Florida.
That's Florida.
Floa?
Florida. Floda. Yeah.
Is he a Kentuckian or is he an implant?
Nah, he's been around Hardin County for years. I mean, talking about like the 90s.
What? Damn.
Yeah.
One of us. He's one of us. So it's good to know.
Yeah. Right.
Is he North Hardin, Central Hardin, John Hardin?
I believe he graduated from North Hardin, I believe.
Okay, cool. Yeah, man. Yeah. He did his thing on that verse. I like the Rick James punchline was really dope. How he rode the beat. He really showed off on that one. I really like that song, that part too. We'll go finish. This is one of my favorite ones too. This guy right here. I don't know who he is either.
But I say, no, I'm serving something for real, nigga. Plus, I got that cushion of pill. Nigga, when I'm Tommy, my niggas gon' deal. Hit your ass with that Tommy, no deal. Pick up, tell my boxes, Tommy that hill. Nigga, got your bitch on my niggas, I'm real, nigga. My pockets is on like a field, nigga. I sip sir cause I like how it feel. Pop the perk cause I like how it feel. And your bitch cause I like how she feel. She get neck while I'm gripping the wheel. You run up boy, I'm gripping the steel. Like a slave boy, I stay in the field. Hit your block, it's a murder scene. Pussy boy, I know you heard of me. Hot boy, skateboard, run a nigga to the 3rd degree. 40 give a nigga surgery. Breaking in a nigga bitch and I call that shit burglary. Fuck a cops, they gon' lock me up for perjury. Cause when I got jammed up, I ain't tell her ass nothing. I just sent a couple niggas to a infirmary. Yeah.
So this guy right here, Skateboard Scoot, is that his name?
Oh yeah.
So where is he from? Is he from Hardin County too?
Well, I know. I remember seeing him when back in high school days. So Scoot been here for a while also. Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Scoot. Yeah, Scoot kind of, Scoot came out of nowhere. I just, it was one morning I was going to work and I heard one of his songs on SoundCloud. I hit up Beezy. I was like, man, who is this guy? Who is this guy? He like, man, that's Scooter here. I was like, man, we need him. We need him, bro. And I want him to be him. I don't want to change him. I want him to be that. I need that. We need that. Right. And that was 2014. It's 2020, you know what I'm saying? And he's still down, you know what I'm saying? So
his rhyme scheme on there, the way he was rhyming, he was jumping on the beat. Now he was going, and then he at the end where he I like that how everybody and this is the next verse I'll go into. This is the one out of all the verses. It took me a while to get used to it, but then after I heard it 4 or 5 times, I'm like, oh, this dude's killing it.
Yeah.
Lights off, roll call. Who think he fucking with him? That's all. I'm so Ray Charles. I'm about to go away, y'all. I'm automatic when I spit, bitch. Fucking go away, y'all. So fuck a nigga, how you feel about it? It's the brain game and I'm the general. When he falls through, I put you in the box in a suit and tie like an interview. And fuck your dog, he can get it too. I ain't one of him and then one at you. I got my arms open like it's 10 and 2. So go ahead, find the bus and move. I've been about it and I've been around it, don't forget about it. Take your main bitch and put dick up in it, then take it down and have a spit around it. I said I did it, then I really did. I'm a gangster nigga, you got no idea. With 2 twins, turn the city, now you always
here's where he flips right here.
Some the fucking truth. Move like a bunch of troops, get scarred with a bunch of booze. Used to get shot, man down, niggas don't you
Right
know what
there.
get for when it's square like a lunchable. This nigga's a problem with no way to stop it. I keep on it popping, I give them no option, they know how I'm rocking. I'm giving them hits and they do steady dollars.
Right there. Who is that? Is that okay? Is J-Ho, is he from Radcliffe too?
Yeah. J-Ho's been in Radcliffe. Yeah. J-Ho's been in Radcliffe like for a long time. Like his brother, you probably know his brothers and sisters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man. So these guys they're like just one generation below you guys, or like I guess I mean.
Well,
What,
I'm the
J-Ho,
oldest out of everybody. No, but you know, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like they've been like, you know, gotta think, Troy. Like I came in 2000. You know,
Right.
when Country Boy Entertainment was shutting shit down. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's why I be on my old man stuff. I be like, Cam Dollar. I was the first person to put him in the booth. You know what I'm saying? I can go to the grave with that. I'm like, I got that. I can pull out where my dog's at right now. I got that on ADAT.
Yeah.
But that's a lot to say. I'm gonna finish the video, then we'll go back and talk about the history of how long we've known each other and everything like that. Cam, this is my favorite verse, of course. It's my godson. He's gonna have my favorite verse on this show.
It's like the return to God. Been killing shit, so many murders leave the reaper in awe. You ain't with it, then suck a dick. I think I speak for the squad. Still grimy that 4/5, you know I keep it in palm. Picture my song, smoking cheaper, put the reefer in bombs. I pop a perk, maybe it's in, now I can reach for the stars. I'm out this world like I'm sleeping on Mars. If he weak, then he fall. But fuck rap, rather get geek with a broad. I'm back with Avengers, spectacular spitting. Dope niggas cracking my system. Vampire life, you would think Dracula bit him. Pass me the guy, I just hit him. I've been doing this shit like who is this bitch? Cocaine sniffing, human misfit. Propane spitting and get your bitch lit and still put a pill right between her dick lips. Boom, y'all ain't your rockstar. Who? The nigga that you with, not cool. The nigga that you with, not me. The nigga that you with, not crew. I'ma let it blow like hot food. Boom, y'all ain't your rockstar. Who? The nigga that you with, not cool. The nigga that you with, not me. The nigga that you with, not crew. I'ma let it blow like hot food. Bow.
BreadBoy. Man, I'm proud of y'all. Y'all understand now. I got some heat. Whenever I travel, I can be like, when I be like talking my shit, I got some heat to back it up. But okay, tell me about the video. Where did you guys shoot the video at? Who inspired that whole cleaning up? I mean, because we in Radcliffe, we're raised a little bit different in Hardin County than most places. I mean, I tell people this all the time. I think it has everything to do with growing up in a 2-family household, and we all know who our daddies are. On some real talk, you know, like when you break it down. Whenever I'm traveling, I break it down, and I like talk to other people around. They're like, "Yeah, I don't know who my dad is," and my dad wasn't in my life, and you know, stuff like that. I know myself, and if I know what I know about you guys, we had our fathers in our lives every day helping us mold, and that makes a difference. Even in little things that when you like look at video shoots and stuff like that, what you guys just did, you guys cleaned up. You guys were in unison. You guys were in one accord. It comes from that military background with the father in our lives where they getting us up at 7 o'clock in the morning to take the trash out. You know, when it's time for us to get code, we are all on code. And I noticed that in your guys' video. So tell me about how, the process of how you guys went about shooting the video, the location and things like that.
Well, shoot, he planned that one.
Man,
I'm gonna have shine.
Man, it was just more just the whole project as a whole, Troy. Like, I didn't want us just to be just Jordan, just some jeans, that easy shit. You know what I'm saying? That's easy. That's easy. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, Jordan, just some jeans, a hoodie, white tee, whatever. And I was just like, man, let's do something completely different. Now let's don't get it twisted. You know, everybody was like, man, we got one of these suits, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, because these cats is younger. You know what I'm saying? They're young cats. So, of course, they want to, you know, do what everybody else doing, you know. And I was like, man, for this, man, let's do something different because I feel like we do something different, man. It's going to be more eyes on us, you know, and that's what's happening. More people are paying attention because we look different, sound different. It's a win-win, you know what I'm saying? So let's take that into our visuals, too. So let's bounce off of that. Okay, we did a formal photo shoot. Let's carry that on to a video shoot, to our singles, you know. So that's what it was, man. Like we shot it in Louisville at a color. It's an art gallery, a black-owned art gallery in on 4th Street. You know what I'm saying? And it got this dope art, and we had it was only right to be dressed accordingly in an art gallery. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh, for sure. Was that on 4th Street? Was that during the civil unrest going on, or did you guys have to maneuver through that, or was the video shot done before then? And where the fuck was
Nah, it was actually it was like it was doing all that. You know, it's
doing all that. Yeah. Right.
Where was Cam? Where was he at for the video shoot? I mean,
he got the dates mixed up.
Oh,
right. Yeah, he was at, I believe, work. I believe he was at work.
Yeah, I mean, you guys.
Yeah, he got the dates mixed up.
Filling in for him, you guys did a good job. I mean, you really did. I noticed, but not too many people would notice. You know, like
right.
If you don't even know, you wouldn't even know. So what is next? Oh, okay. I'm going to go into another segment here. The importance of having someone on your team that's going to ride with you. This is important, and we're going to tie hip hop into spoken word, into everything that we've got, that Texas got going on. Last time I saw you, Texx, was here in Cincinnati. We were in Cincinnati.
Yep.
There's this thing, an entity, a subconscious force that pushes us to pursue greatness, to be better than before, with the odds stacked against us and all the shit that life presents us. Naysayers, no's, not yet, wait a minute, raise the children, go to work, do normal shit. Niggas asking if BreadBoy still exists. Motivated. This shit like breath to me. If I ain't spitting, I can't breathe. $1 million dreams with pennies in my pocket and plenty mouths to feed. Ain't no silver-plated platters preparing my meals. I've been spoon-feeding myself since I was a kid. Strategically pinning pieces to manifest an existence in which my grandchildren can live. Making away with just my name, God's gift, and my bare hands got insecure egos telling me I do too much and I move like a man. I'm motivated. I've been surviving real shit off of poetry and prayer. I sacrifice far too much to be influenced by a hater. I'm opting for generational wealth, good health, and freedom. Ain't no accidental talent. This shit ain't luck. This a gift. I'm so gifted. This intentional. This is legit. This is Robin G on her BreadBoy shit. We making it. I'm so fucking motivated. Motive 2.
Powerful, man. That's very powerful, man. And as we move into what I would like to call I'm not going to say the resurgence, but back in the day, hip hop used to be the code of communication between hoods and boroughs, from New York to LA to that you or me? Sorry about that, guys. Hip hop used to be the code of communication between all of us, between wherever we would go all over the country. You know what Snoop and all them guys were doing from the music that they put out, the dudes from LA and then New York. Now that Kentucky, like I said, we got Jack Harlow, and he's like, oh yeah, where you from? Kentucky. And he's representing for the thing. And the people are going to start digging into what Kentucky music is all about. And I believe that it's going to be our responsibility to stay on code and to teach the next generation on how to move. And you guys are doing it correct. You guys are doing a great job. And you can tell with the video and the structure that you have going on in the Avengers too. How important is that, in your guys' own words, how important is that to be leaders into the next generation of youth, that they're not like we take a little bit of stuff, but this next generation, they're not having it. So they're going to look to us for guidance, and how can we use our platform of music and being CEOs and COOs and entrepreneurs and being a voice of the next generation. How do you guys plan on pushing your agenda?
Well, to hit that topic. I mean, one thing we do here at BreadBoy Entertainment and 25A Studios, which is our parent company, is we mentor these kids now, even though when it comes to our network side of the house, even when it comes to, the music and stuff with the artists, we're like literally, instilling the tools that they can use and, to be successful, but also pass down to the next generation that they run into, so we all can be successful in that way. So I mean, having that leadership as a CEO and as the president of this company, I think it's very important that we instill these tools into these young men and women that we deal with.
Yeah, and like young Sweet, he got his own record label now. You know what I'm saying? And he has an artist. So a lot of stuff he's seen us do with him. Now he took that and now he's got an artist that he's doing that with now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just like Hov said, I put my niggas on, they niggas put their niggas on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just man, it's a cycle.
Right.
It's a cycle, you know what I'm saying? So
that was hard for me. I can just be honest. It was hard for me to get outside myself to whenever I was like Country Boy had their thing and letting go and letting the next generation, let the next generation take it and say, okay, at least they seen someone in myself who was able to organize and get some people off the street. Cause like we had, I don't even realize what we had going on until now. I'm trying to duplicate that somewhere else. And they're just like, no.
Hey, we had the same conversation, man. Like when you try to recreate a time period that you had, it ain't gonna happen, bro. Like it's just different. People are in different spaces in their life. You know what I'm saying? And it's just hard. Like what y'all was doing, like I said, I came back in 2000 and I seen what y'all was doing. Grip took me over there. I'm like, man, y'all got a little no limit cash money going on over here. Y'all had the dopest producers. Y'all had the dopest artists. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had it, and you was moving and grooving, shaking and grooving, putting your people in positions to get seen and get heard. You know what I'm saying? But you know how it goes.
Yeah, we were just young. I mean, if we could take that knowledge but me being able to do that was able to see what, and then you took it to a whole nother level. With Cam and BreadBoy and the things that are and going and taking them and traveling and going to meet and going to places that it need to be done, like going to Nashville or Memphis and going to those classes or seminars and stuff like that. That's what's neat. And as we move into the next generation, we got one comment. I'm going to see what the comment says. Kelly Smith, I have something for you to share with you on one of the Neos you need to hear. Okay, cool. It's important for us, like in the code of communication, as we move into the next generation, as we're teaching these kids. Like I said, it's harder up here to do things because, man, we used to be able to go to the park and we used to take our music and our boxes to the park, and everybody would go to the park with our cars and there'd be peaceful in the love of music. But really, we were building into our community as well. So as like when COVID pops off or when COVID's done and stuff like that, I really think that we should. Now that we got momentum in Kentucky, we could be the leaders and say, hey, this is what we're going to do with our music once again, because now it's easy. Now it's easy. Back in the day, we were like, man, if we could just burn a CD, if we could just get a CD burnt, man, we're going to be on top of this shit. Now we can create a song, mix and master it, have it distributed all over the world in the matter of 24 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's important for us in Kentucky, and I'm just so proud of you guys, and I want you guys to keep going. Okay, tell me about the what's next. What's next for BreadBoy?
Man, it's a lot. This album is like, like when it come out, this ain't like, push for a month and just on to the next. No, sir. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We trying to shoot visuals for every song on there, push this thing all the way into 2021, then drop a deluxe version with unreleased tracks. Like this thing gonna go on into 2021. Like we ain't just gonna let this just slide. Like all the promo and all the blood, sweat, and tears we done did. Me and BZ done, did a lot of behind the scenes work to get this thing right. Like this thing need to go into next year and as far as it can go. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna travel, and do what we need to do, man. Just and use those relationships that we've gained over the years to make this thing do what it's supposed to do. I have the hottest of the hottest in the state of Kentucky. It's like it's like this is what it is. Like so, and everybody is themselves, and they all different, and they all came together. It all like when you hear this album, you're gonna really be impressed by everyone's talent, the production, everything. You're gonna be super impressed, bro. Like I really believe you're gonna be super impressed.
Who all did you get production from?
Man, I really just like I reached out to a lot of Kentucky producers at first, but I wasn't getting beats fast enough. You know what I'm saying? And there's some dope producers in the state, but we were trying to working at a certain pace, and I needed a sound that a lot of them wasn't giving me. So I had to reach out to just producers online from different places. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear the
recognizable names that I might know, or
probably not, cause like a lot of them, like I reached out all over from YouTube to BeatStars.com to like, man, you name it. Like we got these beats from all over. You know what I'm saying? So there's
how many tracks are on Motive 2?
13
tracks. And like, how is it broken down? I mean, I'm anxious to know. And you have something event that's going to be going on. I'm going to pull the event up, and then you can explain to the people about the event. And then if they want to, this is an album release party,
right?
The album release party and the elevation, guys. I mean, the not elevation, the evolution. How, you know, like we used to throw parties and invite people with hand flyers and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
We on this grown man Eventbrite. You get your Scantron, your ticket, because here soon after COVID, it's gonna be completely different on how people move. So people need to get used to it. And the event right here, it says it's November the 20th from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. It's at the Kulik. Is that just the same art gallery right there?
Yeah, the same spot. I figured let's bring the party where we shot the first visual, you know, to let people know, like, okay, let's put some clothes on and pull up, you know. So yeah, we gonna, like I said, we keeping that same thing going, Troy. We keeping that same energy, that same thing. So they seen the video, they seen how they presenting themselves. So we going back to that same spot. So we need everybody else to present themselves as such also.
And why not? I mean, that people, when you look good, you feel good, for real. When you look good,
I'm telling you.
Feel good.
I'm telling you.
And then it moving forward. I mean, because y'all know me for a long time, and y'all know my agenda is always a black male agenda. You know, no matter what, it's like I'm pushing for black fatherhood. I'm pushing for black men to get a voice. You know, whenever I'm in these politics, when I'm in the trenches with this political world, everybody in Hardin County, y'all know me, but people around who don't, they might not understand. I'm blackity black first. I'm in here fighting for black people. That's not happening.
Right.
So in that space, I was saying that to say, whenever you put on some better clothes and you look good, not only do you feel better, but you're taken more serious. There's time and place for everything. There's time and place to play down, to dress down, and, you know, just so you know what people are going to play you. But when it comes that time to step out amongst our people, when we're staying on code, and the dress code is fresh to death, fly attire, we need to all be on code when it comes to that.
Right.
Because that one person who's like, fuck that, I ain't wearing that shit, I'm wearing some Timbs and stand out, and you give an excuse. And whenever we're all moving together, that's a powerful force right there, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and that's basically what it is. Like, and that's what we move in sync, man. We unstoppable, man. Like, and they see that we bringing something different to the table. You know, the thing about this though, Troy, is like, sometimes it's hard to have people buy into what you're trying to sell. You know what I'm saying? The whole suit thing. Now, don't get it twisted. They ain't want to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I really had to make them buy into this shit. We had to make them buy into this. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you see, the outcome, you know, and that's what we doing.
The parents were taking them more serious. The people who are like, you know, because you're a hip hop artist, especially when we're from, and the type of parents that we had, none of them could see a potential future in something like that. Now we're encouraging our children to be creative in this space because it's so easy. It's much easier to get there. So I like what you guys are doing in that. They're being taken more. Now they have the results that you guys showed them. I think the next Kelly's like, hearing you talk about the attire, you know me, I'm a ride for Carlton. He said he's riding.
Really?
Kelly's from Hardin County too. Kelly's from E-Town. He's been down with for since before like 1991. Man, we were childhood friends, but Hardin County is definitely in the house. Especially, we're making moves. But once you get to the touring part and stuff like that, there's something that I'm gonna share with you guys a little bit later on about the Patreon, about having each of your individual artists having their own Patreon page, so they can go out and they can promote themselves instead of leaving it up to the label. Because that's a lot of times the label. I mean, you can provide that for them. If they don't decide to do it and then they decide not to do it, then that's another thing that you can pick up. But if you empower them to have their own Patreon page, just like they're building their social media presence, they'll be able to have some revenue. So when you guys are out there and you guys are selling merchandise, you're not just only selling merchandise. You got on your cell phone and they're out there in the crowd. Hey, you fuck with me? $5 a month, $5. You know, it's just revenue income.
Right.
You know, so that's going to be something as you guys move forward as well. So at the listening party, what's going on with the listening party?
Oh, so we're inviting DJs, different media, different personalities from around the state to come in, check out the music, get that preview before it actually comes out. You know what I mean?
So what is it for the launch on the 20th? It's going to be streaming on all major platforms, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. And then you're going to release a couple more visuals to go with that, or?
Yeah. We got some videos locked in the chamber. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So are there any solo projects? Are there any solo songs on here on the 13 tracks, or does anybody get a solo, or is it everybody collabing?
There's actually 2 solo tracks on there. There's one by Scooterhead, the Believe It record, and there's one by Isis, Best Friend.
And Isis, is she the female in the group? She's a female. Is she the?
She's a female artist from Lexington.
From Lexington, okay. Yeah. Have you guys came up here and done any work with? I've tried. Like you said, it's hard to get people to buy into. I've been trying to get you to work with Katib Eastside Flint since 2000, since I moved up here.
Wow.
But I mean, it's just like people come and go, because there's a history. There's a good hip hop scene in Northern Kentucky and Cincinnati. Nothing like Hardin County. I tell you that. Like you said, I'll put Hardin County against any other crew. If we assemble a crew in Hardin County, I take them all over the world. We can go there. I don't care. We take them out.
Right.
Real cool. Definitely. Real talk.
I seriously don't think that anybody can hang with us because of our organizational skills, how we move. Because the only team that I've seen move like I see Hardin County people and how I know you guys move is the Baby. When I was in Texas, they move like an army. Everyboy's together, moving. You got your lieutenants, you got your foot, you got everybody moving in unison, and I can see that's the way BreadBoy moves.
Definitely, man. It definitely was man. I mean, that's the only way we're gonna win, man. We move as one. Like, man, if I win, you win. Period. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I function. That's just how we function, man. And that's how we gonna go. That's how we gonna function. Period. That's how we build.
The last segment of the show that I want to talk about is touching on fatherhood a little bit, because as Black men in the United States of America, we get a shitty rap. We were the last generation to come out of the crime bills and stuff like that, where our fathers were taken out of the home. So how is it different? Because I know how I have to navigate, because I say a lot of times I parent from my cell phone and a Venmo account, because because that's some real stuff. Because my kids are old enough now that I don't have to go through their moms to give them money. I still have to pay, but I can generally directly give them money. So how difficult have you found this to be? Because I'm not gonna get on my soapbox, because I'm over it now. I'm past it. I want to move forward as men. So when we're sitting at the table and people are going to start listening to us and taking us serious about the things that we've had to experience about how we're raising our kids, how it's just not fair. When you go in front of a judge and no matter what happens, and no matter if the girl could cheat on you get the train ran on her by a football team and then take the kid away from you and go in front of the judge, and the judge is going to be like, how much money you make, how much parenting time you get. Right. What can, in your opinion, what can we do as men, strong black men that came from fathers? What can we do to change the trajectory and to stop this shit in its tracks?
Man. That's a good question, man. That's a really, really good question.
That man, that's a lot of handful.
I was, my daughter, she's younger, so she's only 4. But one thing I will say, man, is I make sure I'm there. You know what I mean? I make sure with her, I make sure that every step of the way, every time I can, or me and her mom got a plan that we have, where we switch on and off. I'm just making sure I could be every part of everything of her life that I can be right now. You know what I mean? So just being a good father to her, that's what I really strive to do.
Yeah, and just like, man, like I have 3, and mine is spread out. So, when you dealing with multiple women, multiple baby mamas, should you call it, it's a little bit different. You gotta figure out schedules and of course you got child supports for all. The schedule thing is the more hectic thing of it all, just trying to figure out. So cause you want your kids to create a bond, but sometimes it's kind of hard when they all over, where you might have, maybe two of your kids might click where your other one don't really click with them because the schedule, you can't really, then before you know it, they 18, 19, they grown, and then they don't really want to mess with you or mess with their other siblings. It's just like, and me, as far as my situation, I just try to bring everybody together. I have an 18-year-old, which is older now, so she's kind of like, man, I'm 18, just licensed, like, and the other one younger. They younger, so man, she ain't trying to mess with them. Like they kids, So
yeah. The reason why I brought this up is because there's not too many spaces for black men to talk and to talk about some real issues. Because if you think about how we're portrayed out in the world, we're portrayed as deadbeat dads, drug dealers, things like that. I mean, the connotation of black men, we've been getting our butts kicked for years, since the 90s. And it's time that we change that connotation without having to change who we are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We get instead of us black men being generalized in one category, it's time, because look at us, man. Look at it. We are all in our own rights very successful. In our own rights, ain't none of us talking about, man, I don't want nothing to do with my kids. We all want to be fathers to our kids.
Yeah. Right.
And I don't know anybody, I don't know any black man that I talk to that says, oh, no, I don't want nothing to do with my kids. I don't want to. But the connotation that they try to tell us as soon as we go in front of a judge or something like that, they're just like, how much money do you make? And that is what, in my opinion, is messing with how we bring up our kids in the future. So just like we're teaching our youth to stay on code when it comes to this music and to speak life into the music and to change things, us as adults, as we move into a next realm of our lives in our 50s and our 45s and 50s, it's going to be important for us to like teach our kids. Because I like you said, Texx, I've got a 23-year-old and a 20-year-old. They don't want nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? It's just because of that age. I mean, I've been there and I've found foundation. They're good kids. They're good humans. But, I have a deal with them. I'm like, if you don't get a girl pregnant or if you don't get married until you're at least 30, I'm gonna break you off 10 stacks just so you have a head start in life, because nobody was telling us that. And, I know how I fell into it. I mean, I wanted to have a family. I just wasn't mentally capable to hold that down, those responsibilities down. And I didn't have anybody that could teach me. So I'm saying, as we move into that space as well, we should be mentors to telling these kids, hey, and then teaching kids too how to have a credit score. You know, the importance of a credit score, the importance of like having a checkbook, and you know, like really using spaces and times like this where three men are talking, and we're probably going to get hundreds of people to look at us, and we're not talking about selling dope, pimping hoes,
right?
Doing Molly or
Because I will. Right, I will tap in. I never knew about the authorized user when it comes to credit cards. What I'm gonna do with my daughter's create her as an authorized user, not necessarily give her the card itself, but still pay it off when she get out of high school, whatnot. She walking into the world with a 7-some or 800 credit score. You know what I mean? I wish I would have knew about that, or my parents would have knew about that. I wish they would have known. But hey, now that I found out,
and your daughter's 4 years old, so can you, like you said, when you can imagine if she's walking into this world with a 700 credit score and a father that's going to teach them about, you don't have to go to college. We can teach our children, there's glory, there's dignity in trades. There's dignity in working a 40-hour-a-week job. There's dignity in these things instead of saying, you got to be a rapper or an athlete or something like that. So I guess that's what I'm doing with it as the politics. I'm moving out of the politics of the trying to change the system from within. That's one thing about not selling out, because I never had to come back to the hood, because everybody in the hood already knew what I was about in the first place. So we get into those spaces and then being like, not cowtailing and bootlicking and saying, hey, now that out of that space and into talking to more intelligent black men who are trying to make a difference in our country, in our world, in our communities, not just with spreading music, because spreading music that's the code of a communication in our act, in our works, and how we raise our children and how we to be better people, man. That's what's going to go a long way. And how we treat
as far as us, hey, I don't mean to cut you off, but
no, keep going.
Like,
come on.
To get even more deeper, like we gotta tell our black men to start getting life insurance, man. Like life insurance. I have life insurance. I have life insurance. So if anything happened to me, like, man, my kids gonna get something. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get something. They'll be be able to bury me and have something else on top. You know what I'm saying? Not just, how you see people be wanting GoFundMe's for people because they people didn't have life insurance. Like they got GoFundMe going all over the place talking about, we need some help to bury such and such. And that goes, us being black people, we ain't getting life insurance and stuff like that, man. Like when you could get life insurance, you could pay $20 a month for like $100,000 life insurance, or even like $500,000 life insurance. You could pay like $50 a month or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's another thing we need to touch up on too, as far as black people. Like, a lot of white people, man, they on top of that shit. You know what I'm saying? When their parents die, little Jimmy, they got money to bury him, plus money to go buy houses and new cars. Like, whereas we ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I want to have you guys on here more. It's an open format. I'm bringing lots of people on it, but like we're gonna be having intelligent men talk. We're gonna talk about the music and we're gonna talk about the things that drive us too. But we're all at the end. I'm always gonna bring it into some intelligence. So feel free to jump in at any time and add anything to it, because I'll start talking, but cut me off whenever. Because I'm doing this so we have a voice, man. Because so many times we don't have no voice to talk to each other. Like to talk to other men that are going through similar things that we're going through, and it's never been a hatred thing. It's just never been I wouldn't say a popular thing. It hadn't been a safe place to talk, because you got to always keep masculine frame. You got to keep masculine frame, because you got the next generation. You got the next dude trying to knock you down. You got the females looking at you with a fine-tooth comb, waiting for you to slip up so they can run their. So it's important for us as black men to have these spaces. Kelly's got something else to say. Kelly's on it today, man. I love Kelly. What does Kelly got to say? We're afraid to go without the present to give the generational wealth in the future. White folks have been programmed so the kids cannot trick the money off. You can come into the chat, Kelly. I'll send you a link. Yeah, Kelly's a really good dude too, man. But yeah, man. So we can keep the generational thing going. I like what you said about the life insurance too. Are there any other tricks that are the trade that we should make aware to people who are listening to this?
Well, just like as far as like when you go back to the music, we've been really molding the artists like to get their business together. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't trying to be the guys. We ain't trying to be the guys. Well, man, Texx and Beezy, man, they ripped me off, man. Man, they owe me such and such, man. My contract was messed up, but you ain't gonna never hear that stuff come out. Nobody else when it pertain me and him, because at the end of the day, we losing a lot, so y'all can win a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
and it's a very it's walkthrough. Like we're taking them from step one, from getting your name registered and everything, all the way down to your splits. Everything. It's a walkthrough process that we're making sure that these guys have everything straight.
That's good, man. That's perfect. And owning their masters and all that. That's definitely
all
good.
that stuff. Yeah.
So like we've been doing music for a long time, close to three decades. I'm getting close to 3 decades. I released my first song back in 1997. Damn. I've spent way more money than I've made on music. I tell you.
Hell yeah.
But I think I'm telling you guys, I think I got it licked now. I think I know what I'm doing now. Now that I, all this experience and, being sober too, that helped out a lot. But as far as like just streaming, because the money, what I'm doing, I'm going over into the European market. So and there's a thing called Eminent.live. So I'm having my music streamed in Malaysia and Australia. And as it streams, you can see your digital currency calculate, and it's an EOS. So it's like it's a form of payment that's world currency. It's not regulated in the United States currently, but if you get a credit card, you can have it transferred. It's like kind of like Bitcoin or blockchain, something like that. So those are avenues that we can explore for your artists and any artists that are coming up. The avenues of being able to put your music in other places. There's music licensing for all these people who are like for commercials and stuff like that. My dude Santino there, he was on Jeopardy. Now he's out in LA and he was on Monday Night Football. Just like this, getting the artists different things like that. Are your artists pretty fair about like learning stuff like that? Are they good with learning things like that, or how do they comprehend?
Yeah. I would say majority of them, majority of them pick up really fast. Once explained or explained multiple times, they'll figure it out and start taking care of it.
What about when it comes to like the streaming royalties and stuff like that? Have you guys had any luck with that? I suck.
So when we released Baron's first project, Year of Youngin', when we released that project, I think that's when he really got to see and understand how streaming is broken down, because he's seen a decent return back on it. So I think that's when he really got to see it. The rest of them, I want to say as well. Hold on, Floater and who would you say? Texx, Floater probably also. I think he got a good grasp.
Yeah, Floater seems pretty good. Yeah, Floater could seeing some pretty good stuff, because Floater, before he came, before he got down, he had his own movement going. You know what I'm saying? He had his own movement, got his own label thing, and he's a grinder and he's a hustler. So, all his music is like, like his business, I should say, is together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he came in like already know what it is, because he got the knowledge from like over the years, you know what I'm saying? Whereas a couple other artists might not didn't know a lot of things, so we had to, and it was no problem giving them step by step on what you need to do to get this money, from your BMIs, your ASCAPs, etc. You know what I'm saying?
So see, that's something that you guys just touched on, that if the new artists who might be watching or not understand your music publishing, that's the first thing you should do is when you write a song, you should publish the song. It's very easy. You can do it right on your cell phone. You can send it in and have your you never know. And like metadata, whenever people are putting their stuff on SoundCloud and stuff like that, even if it's just their mixtapes or things like that, make sure you're filling out your metadata. So, because somebody might, and let's say Ebro in the morning might hear a song on SoundCloud and be like, "Who is this?" And then you just got DJ B-Fly and know where it was recorded at, who the artist was, and those things. So it's the metadata is very, very, very important to do that. The last thing, we got 5 minutes. I mean, is there anything else you guys want to touch on this stream? I've had a great time, great conversation with you guys, and you guys are welcome on my platform anytime that you want. You're going to see me pop on here. Now that politics are over, I'm going to be popping on here talking that real gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? So I had to tone it down just a little bit, and I still didn't win. So I'm like, thank God I didn't sell out. You know, so you guys are definitely welcome on this platform to like talk, and whenever you see me like bring up issues of for black men, because we need more, but we need black men, strong black men voices out here. So I appreciate what you guys are doing. You guys make my heart feel good. My chest is out with pride, knowing I've got product to talk shit about.
Oh yeah,
man.
Oh yeah.
When you hear the whole album, you really gonna be like, man, if you come to the private listening and you being in that room and feeling that energy when you hear them songs, man, your face is gonna have this face the whole time.
Right.
The whole time, bro. Like from the Avengers, which that's the first song, of course, the intro from the man, you gonna be like, it don't stop. It don't stop. You know what I'm saying? And and then we got the Robin G thing. She actually wrote that a year ago. Someone in the comment on Facebook, they was talking about music, and someone in a comment said something about who are doing music, and somebody said BreadBoy. In the comment, some nigga said BreadBoy still exists. You know what I'm saying? So she took that, you know what I'm saying? And that's why when you listen to some of the stuff she's saying, she put that in there. Niggas asking if BreadBoy still exists. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what I love about what you guys are doing. You guys take your label extremely serious. You know, like you're not gonna forget BreadBoy, especially now. I mean, you weren't gonna forget BreadBoy before, but now after you strategize. I love it whenever I see black men strategize, and it's just like I'm guilty of this. I'll go to the studio and I'll make something for me and the people who like my music, and I'll put it out in the same day. I like the fact that you guys sat on it.
Right.
I twerked it. And
we created an entire plan for it. You know what I mean? Created an entire plan for it. You know what I mean? To be executed right and presented right. Dealing with our artists, we try to tell them, man, we can't just be putting anything out. It'll be here today and gone tomorrow. This is going to leave an impression on them. You know what I mean? So, yeah, exactly.
When you guys are going to be touring here, are there any cities that we know that you already have anything locked down in yet, or?
Well, we plan on releasing a list. We're going to release a list, but that's part of that plan we was telling you that roll out. You know what I mean? So you're definitely.
If you guys need Northern Kentucky, I got a spot up here for you guys to come perform for real. I mean, I want to wait till after COVID.
Oh, we definitely coming. We coming.
Yeah.
Just see where that's coming in. I mean, I don't know how many people, but I'm sure that we'll have at least 50 to 100 people there waiting for you to see what BreadBoy is bringing, because I'll be bragging on y'all. I'll be talking so much shit, and they've been talking.
When we come, we coming. We coming.
Right.
We coming with merchandise. We coming how a label's supposed to come when they go out of town.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, banners, everything. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna present ourselves like. Well, not like we take this shit serious. You know what I'm saying? This is real.
Right.
I love it, man. Well, thanks a lot, guys, for being on here. Is there anything anything closing you want to you want to tell anything you guys want to say before we get off?
Well, November 20th, the Motive 2 will be dropping. You can go on the Eventbrite. I don't know if you had that link.
Yeah, let me pull that
to the Eventbrite. Yeah, man, go ahead and get your ticket so you could get in there and listen to this music, see what's going on, meet the artists, meet ourselves. It's gonna be a great time.
It's the Eventbrite artist.
Yeah.
It's Mighty BreadBoy.
Yeah, definitely, man. Pull up.
BreadBoy Entertainment presents the Motive 2 album release party at, is it Kula Gallery?
Yeah, color.
Kula Gallery on 4th Street. The dress code, no athletic gear. And if you want to buy your ticket, it's as easy as just going right in here and click the ticket. You can purchase your ticket online. It'll give you I'm not sure, but usually they give you a URL code or something, or a Scantron code or something like that. Kelly's got one more comment before we get off here. He says, tell them that the music is the best avenue to make young folks political. Young folks are the ones that are made the difference in this election.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
That's true.
I agree with that.
And Kelly said, thanks for being positive and good luck in your future entrepreneurial endeavors. Kelly's a good dude, man. He's from E-Town, from Hardin County. He's watched me grow up, and he's been one of my biggest supporters. So to have him support you guys too, I'm telling you.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate it.
He's somebody in high.
We appreciate it, man.
Right.
Like when he's in a good place, or he can appreciate it. Like, this is what Hardin County has to offer. And throughout this entire hour that we've been on here, intelligent talking from black men. That's what they need to see. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of people saying that there's no articulate black men out here that don't know that you just seen 3, and in Hardin County, Kentucky, I know 500 more. So ain't no more excuses about where we gonna find our future leaders. You got 3 of them right here. All you gotta do is build into us, and we'll build back into our communities. But mighty BreadBoy, I am so happy for you guys, man. I appreciate you guys coming on here with me today.
Appreciate you having us, man.
We appreciate it. We should be seeing you this week, right?
I'm trying. I'll send you a text. I gotta send you a text and let you know. I can't talk about it over the internet, but I'll
already.
All right, holla, man. That right there was what you called intelligent black men talking. Intelligent black men talking music, staying true to our culture. Want to say thank you for everybody that took the time to come in and to tune in today and to see Hardin County, Kentucky. And I'll say it, and I've said it 1,000 times, but nobody believes me. We will battle you. I will bring BreadBoy Entertainment, and that's just one. There's Kelly Robinson and Sean Baker down there. Beta Mills Production. Beta Mills is sitting on a gold mine down there in Hardin County, Kentucky. Hardin County, Kentucky is a very, very, very special place because most of my peers, black peers, grew up in 2-family household, military fathers with mothers in the household as well. So it gives us a different perspective on life as far as like how we want to raise the next generation of kids and the things that we have going on. Thank you for tuning in. I am so happy to be back in my element doing the things that I love to do. And I got to tell you guys out there, I want you guys, if I can give you any words of encouragement on this Sunday, is find something you love to do and do it. No matter who tells you that you're wrong for doing it, no matter what someone tries to discourage you from doing something, follow your dream. Follow your purpose. Can't nobody take your dream away from you except for you. The most interesting man in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. I'm on that gangster shit tonight. Peace out.